I was like, yo, all my friends say God is cool, and I want to find out if God is cool too. I was a loser, dog.
you were all hopped up on Mountain Dew, like, we gotta go to church. Somebody, I gotta figure out where this shit came from.
Come on, man. If this nectar of the gods exists, I simply must serve at his foot, the creator who made this.
The government growing babies, microchips in your anus. All koala bears are racist. The ozone layer owes me money. Martians invented turkey stuffing. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Yep. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listener, have at home. This is a bit of a twist of an episode because we're doing mini episode shit on a maxi day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maxi pads.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Full flow day.
You got a heavy flow system.
Got it. Super max jumbos.
Which makes you feel gorgeous.
Yeah.
You wanted to hear how jumbo it is, and boy did your tampons deliver. I'm one of your hosts, Langston Kerman.
And I'm your other host, David Gborie. And it's just us two, and then maybe one other person ever.
Yeah, that was something. And you played it smooth, baby. You brought us right into it. That was something Olivia wanted us to mention, is that there will be times where it's just David and I for episodes, and then other times where we'll have more of those wonderful guests we've had in the past.
Yeah, we nailed it. I thought that was a great implement of notes.
Yeah. So suck that, Olivia.
I didn't say that. I respect you as a producer.
Not me. Suck on it. Suck on us effectively delivering what you asked for. I'm excited today because I guess today's episode was originally prompted, and this is why it's a mini maxi episode. But today's episode was originally prompted by an email that I received from one of our listeners who was very excited, loves the show. But before we get into that, I want to say that, and maybe it's better to just start with the email. Maybe that's how we begin, and then I'll introduce the broader idea that sort of came of it. But the listener named John sent us a message. John said, "Peace, David and Langston." David first, I like that. I wanted to share a conspiracy theory I heard, not from my mama, but from her childhood friend who was later my 8th grade teacher, since this was at a school where the teachers were tacitly allowed to whoop us like they were our mamas. I figured it would count.
Damn, how old is John?
Yeah, John's got to be old as fuck, right?
I hope so.
He's either old as fuck or from Alabama. And
that's what I was going to say, the deep South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this feels like an Arkansas kind of.
Yeah, you can hit kids. You could just hit other people's kids in Arkansas.
You could fuck up a stranger's kids in Arkansas, like right outside the barbershop. Just be a baby.
Cares? Yeah, he didn't call me sir. I'm not going to jail.
He kept his hat on in my penny candy shop, and I.
That child had the nerve to look me in my eyes, and I beat the hell out of him.
I'm not accepting that, and not in 1972. No,
not from
sir.
A child. No. I will beat all these dirty kids' ass in Arkansas.
I like to believe in Arkansas, they still think it's 1972. They don't have the internet, so they don't really know what year it is.
No, they're getting ready for the bicentennial down there.
And what a fireworks show that's going to be.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's the old fireworks before the internet. I think fireworks were better before the internet.
Oh, tell me more about this.
I think all entertainment was better than the internet. We weren't all blissed out. You know what I mean?
Oh, meaning like we've seen too much shit, so now fireworks in a field ain't enough.
Yeah, you've seen like a 5-way gangbang. What's fire in the sky gonna do to you?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
I remember tuning into E-Bomb's World. I was a big subscriber to E-Bomb's World. Maybe that dates me the same age as John. But I remember there was an entire like sect of E-Bomb's World that was just dedicated to like drone footage murdering like people overseas. Like
What?
it was just like constant like sort of like fucking night vision goggle footage of people getting like gunned through like from up above from like planes and drones and shit.
And that was your section.
No, I didn't go over there.
You just said you.
No. I liked E-Bomb's World. I minded my business as far as drone footage goes. Now, if it was somebody getting kicked in the dick, your boy was over there.
That's your personal drone footage.
Hey. Don't look like a victim to me. That looks funny.
No. All I see is a joke in progress.
I don't feel nothing for nobody on the dick videos. The drone footage, nice. I feel terrible.
Is that even legal? Can you do that anymore?
I can't imagine that you can, nor should you. I think all of it went real wrong.
I remember when I was a kid, they used to have these videos like Bandit America or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like we would go to the kid whose apartment whose parents like cared the least about him. So they would rent it for him. And then we would watch these videos and it would be like people killing people, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember working at a company that my dad got me hired for a job on, was working as basically a spammer for this website called digitalfuntown.com, where I had to like promote their very off-color fucking animated videos. It was like adult animation, but it was just without good writers. So it was like a big man's in prison and he prison stabbed some squirrels and the squirrels, they're in jail too. And what? And like that was the whole vibe over there. And I had to spam for them. I had to go on websites and just send out fucking blasts trying to get people to go to digitalfuntown.com. You're shaking your head.
$12 an hour?
Huh?
What'd that pay, like $12 an hour?
It was up there. It was pretty high
That's
at the time.
I mean, can I tell you, this is gonna blow your fucking mind.
Uh-oh.
I used to write for E-Bomb's World. I'm completely serious.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and Allison Stevenson.
Why did you leave me bailed for so long?
Oh, I didn't go on the website.
Oh, this was a different vibe.
I was like writing their meme generator. They had a meme generator software, so I had to make like 10 memes every time. And then I was doing all kinds of shit. I didn't go on it ever.
Oh, that's smart. It didn't heal me. It didn't make me better.
See,
but
I did make one meme that went pretty big. It was Michael Cera and that young pregnant white woman, and it said, "Don't be silly. You know I don't wear condoms." And that was my big E-Bombs World credit. I don't mean to brag.
Hell yeah. That did numbers for you. You were
Oh yeah, it was big.
I don't go on the site, but I'm hearing good things about
No, I know.
Juno, I don't wear condoms bit.
Yeah. No, it was that was my entrance into the game.
Well, I'd say all that to say that the thing that ended up happening was you go on different websites spamming. Sometimes you watch the videos. I'm watching this video of a kitty cat and a dog playing together. They're just playing. It's harmless fun. And then it immediately switched. It cut to a video of a dude getting his head sawed off by another man. And then I just had to go to a boss and be like, "Hey, bro, I can't do this no more."
That was it? You were like, "Nah, man.
I don't think this is going to keep happening for very long."
Yeah, call me when they're kicking people in the dick again.
Yeah, this is not fun.
That's awful. You had to see that at work.
It was the worst day I think I've ever had in a workplace.
No, we're both laughing, but this is trauma for you for sure.
Yeah, no, I haven't let it go, and this was many, many years ago.
No, you gotta talk to somebody. That's like a bad thing that happened.
I hope this cuts out and then it's online psych.
Yeah. Did you see an Arab dude chop another Arab dude's head off at work? I don't know if they were Arab. That was not.
I don't know either, but I didn't keep the video up. I didn't finish it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's awful, man. Well, look at you now. You got a kid. You'll be all right.
Yeah, there's no way I transferred this down to another person.
No, you
fine.
kept it all inside like a good black man.
So our friend John goes on to say, one day while we could have been learning history or social studies or anything related to this curriculum, she told us, referring to this woman who used to beat him at school, she
Auntie
told
teacher.
us about how much she used to love the band Earth, Wind, and Fire. Then she found out that they worship the devil. That was a Christian school, so I'm sure she meant it as a warning to us kids about our enjoyment of worldly music. She went on to talk about how she heard they would pray to Satan over their record shipments. Whoa, before they were sent out, and sacrifice an animal, I think a goat, to consecrate their pact and ensure good sales. I'd love to know if you heard anything similar and hear you talk about anything you learned. Love the show. Been a fan from the beginning. I've liked, subscribed, and reviewed, so please don't threaten my knees. Bye, bitch, John.
Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, John, thank you for sending this.
Oh, man, this is so complimentary. Because I don't want to be rude to your dusty teacher-ass auntie. But that bitch is lying.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire being the source of Satan feels wild.
It is, man, listen, if it was a bad group, then I would be like, okay, granted, maybe that's it, right? It's a bad group. The devil used his power. Earth and Wind and Fire. It's incredible. What the fuck are you talking about?
Millie Vanilli goes, and they're secretly devil worshippers. That makes perfect sense.
They're German already. It's right there.
They didn't even sing their song. So it's like, oh, you
No.
just found shells to take on the voice of Satan for spreading his word.
But Earth, Wind, and Fire, also, they're from Tuskegee, Alabama. I feel like that's not devil country. I've been several times.
Why are you going to Tuskegee so much?
My mom had a friend who grew up down there. It's a good town to go to. You can go to George Washington Carver's house. They have there's a drag racing track outside of town. Yeah. So, don't worry about why I'm in Tuskegee. I got roots. The point is like that's who told her about the goat? That's also what I don't understand. That means they did that goat shit and somebody was like, ooh, I'm telling.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the goat in particular is like, okay, so first of all, they're in charge of their own shipments. Earth, Wind, and Fire is packing up their own crates to be shipped out.
Lionel Richie is going to the fucking warehouse? Vinyl.
Lionel's not in Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Commodores.
Yeah, hold on.
They're from Tuskegee. I don't know where Earth, Wind, and Fire is from.
I don't know either. Wherever you do dreads and shaved heads at the same time.
But they're also not going. They're not going to the. They're all dressed like wizards. They're not in packing warehouses.
No, they're not doing that.
Blood everywhere. I don't. And what I feel like this lady is just sad. You know what happened?
Uh-oh.
I think because it's very excitable music, I think that she maybe got too excited over some Earth, Wind, and Fire, committed some actions that she's not proud of.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Earth, Wind, Fire, and sex. And then she's...
Yeah. Water!
Which is what she screamed when she came.
Yeah.
Is water.
Yeah, she yeah. I think she might have given somebody some sloppy toppy or something like that. And then,
and then felt terrible. And then she was like, that's devil music. Y'all are of the devil.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's not a bad theory. I will say
ashamed.
that this was in part of where this macro episode starts to kick in. This maxi episode is that this conversation led me to a larger questioning, I guess, of whether or not secular music is a sin. right? That my mama told me secular music is a sin is really the conversation we're having at large.
And do you feel that way?
It's definitely something that I learned when I was a kid. Like when I was like in my teens, I advocated that we go to church just because I was like, oh,
You.
yeah, it was weird. I got our family going to church.
So you advocated for your family go to church. Were you? So you weren't like You obviously were not afraid to go to church at that age. Like you weren't fornicating or anything like that.
No, and this was my early teens. Don't get it wrong. I got pussy pretty soon after.
You didn't even. I didn't believe you.
No, David, look at me. I got pussy pretty soon after. Let's just all be cool. I did about a year, and then I figured out that some of this felt very false. But to that, the larger thing that sort of broke me, I guess, out of my dedication to religion specifically was going to church one day and being sent to a basement for Bible study. And in that basement, they played like an 1.5 hour long video where they accused literally every artist of being a devil worshiper. Like literally everybody. There was literally the part that broke me, I'll never forget it, is that there was a part of the video where they were like, and now we're going to talk about John Lennon. And then they pulled up a clip of Imagine, the song Imagine, where his entire purpose in the song is calling for peace amongst men. And they go, this motherfucker said God ain't real. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I think this is different than what you're pitching to me.
This is crazy because, like, first of all, what was the timestamp? What era was this video produced? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this the 80s? Is this the 70s?
It felt like, if I were to guess, it was like mid to early 90s.
Okay.
So they were incorporating grunge and like a lot of shit. But like for me, that wasn't my shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So none of this music meant anything to me. But the fucking Imagine is so clearly a song about harmony that it was like, right. I'm reading the lyrics as they're calling it devil worship, that I was like, look, man, I don't fuck with John Lennon, but goddamn, this feels false.
Right. Okay. I get that. But there is other music where you're like, maybe this is from the devil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like when the Hot Boys are like, I like to fuck her in the ass while he beat up the pussy. Like, that's not from God. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is some music that I listen to, and sometimes in my head, I'm like, the devil.
But I guess somebody could argue, and this isn't my argument, but I'll play the game, is that maybe God gave us all them holes. Maybe them boys are just filling holes. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're connecting to Satan as much as making choices.
Okay, you're right. So sex out of it. What about just like violent, I'm gonna kill you music?
And I think there are things, and truly I don't know that I have a hard-formed opinion about sin or not sin or whatever the fuck it is. But I do think that there are a bunch of artists who know that devil worshiping is a thing, and they play into the shit because that's part of the fun, I guess.
That's part of the good time.
Yeah.
I worry more about idolatry than devil worshiping, at least if we're talking about Black artists.
Say more about that.
Does that make sense?
Like us idolizing them?
Yeah, and just like, you know, commitment of life to the pursuit of money and material wealth and designer and all these things. It does come off as worship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the idea of like designer being used as currency and stuff like that. So that I would worry about. But like directly worshiping the devil is a heavy line, right?
Yeah, I think to me, that feels more like what you're describing, ego and sort of like toxicity that sort of consumption and capitalism does to all of us. But it doesn't feel like they're like burning fucking candles in their like, you know, living room and being like, love you, devil, and then going and performing at their shows. You know what I mean?
I mean, which one is worse though? Also,
I would rather you commit to the shit.
yeah, I'd rather you just wear some horns, go down to the warehouse, kill a goat, than like,
A leather vest
yeah.
and kill a goat.
I want you to dress up like a black Hebrew Israelite.
But fun.
But fun, like brighter colors.
Go kill a goat and then sing September.
It's worth it then. It's worth it then. I'm not afraid of the devil like that. Ooh, maybe I should chill.
Oh man, that was a statement if I've ever heard one.
Are you?
I'm afraid of people who really like him.
Are you though?
Yeah, I genuinely am. I think.
I see it in your face.
I don't think it's one of those where it's like, I'll beat a devil worshiper's ass. I don't think I would. I think whatever they like makes them like have a weird strength that I don't know that I'm going to go toe for toe with. So nah, they make me uncomfortable for sure.
I've never met one that wasn't skinny, first of all.
Yeah, that scares me more.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, we all know skinny motherfuckers who can secretly fight. And you're like, why?
That's true.
You ain't got no muscles. How is this? And
that is true. Like, I have seen, I knew a few skinny guys who like, almost like they're possessed.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's fair.
Come
I'm
on,
just
man.
not afraid of, what is the devil ever, like, what have you done for me lately? Like, I don't know, man. I'm just not.
You're
like,
missing the old devil?
I miss like a concrete enemy. I feel like the new school devil. What? A bunch of white ladies got crystals in their titties. I'm scared of that.
That's fair. I will say new school devil feels much closer to troll than effective leader.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see him galvanizing the people to like what? Like, what major moves have you made, devil?
I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like you calling the devil out, and I'm excited to see where it lands.
I'm not.
Damn, you heard it here first. Devil versus David Gborie.
I just feel like I stuck up for that guy a lot, and he never really did anything for me.
A fight to win it all. And apparently, there's a backstory that we'll cover eventually, because he stuck up for you, devil, and you're going down, buddy.
I got you.
Well, we're going to take a break. I think that's the most appropriate way to end this. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more David Gborie and more My Mama Told Me. And we are back.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Yeah, we're back here with more David Gborie, more My Mama Told Me. We're still talking about the possibility that secular music, the music of the everyday man, is sinful and harmful to God. Are they hurting God? Is that the fear?
Well, I think that we hurt God when we turn away from him. So I guess like technically, right? Because the devil's all about temptation is the whole thing, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's his big thing, is trying to tempt us into, I guess, turning our backs on God, be it temporarily or permanently.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess God don't like seeing your back.
No, it's like the way I treat kids in Arkansas. You know what I mean? You show me your back,
I'll whoop your ass.
I'll beat the shit out of you. I'll hit you closed-fisted like a man.
So upon hearing this Earth, Wind, and Fire Satanism question, I want to get back to John's original question about Earth, Wind, and Fire. I did, in fact, do some research. And specifically, I stumbled into a 45-minute Facebook documentary called Satan's
Not a documentary
Musical...
if it's 45 minutes. That's just a video a dude put up.
Oh, no. They had two different interviews, one of which was with a brother named Watchman Yahoo Israel. And the other
Yahoo.
was... Yeah. Yahu. It's probably not Yahoo, but it's Yahoo.
That's the only way I will respect it. If it was YAHOO, I'm not going.
Nah. First name Watchman. You're fine with that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it happens. But Yahoo's got to be, get your H's and your U's right.
But he produced this along with a woman who, despite introducing himself at every interview segment of his own, he never introduces. Hers is like a much grainier footage that they film in a park. He's in like a full studio setup, and they never even mention who the fuck this bitch is for 45 minutes. And yes, you goddamn right, I watched all 45 minutes of this shit.
Do you have a clip? You got to show me a clip.
I absolutely have a clip, and I couldn't wait for you to ask that question. Let me pull up some of my favorite moments from this thing.
Self-produced, right?
It's absolutely self-produced, and that won't even be a question you'll have to ask shortly. You're going to see it, and you'll know without a doubt that this is self-produced.
Oh, man, I'm excited as hell.
So, first of all, I want to play a clip. Oh, yeah, here we go.
White It Out series.
Yeah.
Oh, they got okay, there's a whole series.
Yeah, there's a whole series.
Oh, no.
Make that shit big.
Yeah, blow it up.
And listen to how the narrator sounds. This is the reason we're watching here.
As you see in the previous episode, how Satan, being a minister of music, has chosen musicians, singers, and entertainers to be his musical
It was like a Hot
puppets
Topic
in
t-shirt.
order to spread his wicked messages and doctrines throughout the world. Many have succumbed
Satan
to
is
them
just
without
Edward
even
from
knowing it, and have
that
even worshipped
Twilight
false
series.
gods.
He's
Music
gorgeous.
has always been a form of worship since the beginning.
Also,
And
let's
Satan
pause for 1
knows
second.
this.
Because there's absolutely no way Rick James was a devil worshiper.
What? Okay, now you're wilding. There's no way he was not.
No, get out of here. Rick James wasn't worshiping the devil. Rick James was worshiping illicit substances. He was
Buffalo, New York's Ricardo James.
Absolutely. That motherfucker was not worshiping the devil.
I don't know, man.
You mean Eddie Murphy's key collaborator is worshiping the devil?
Key collaborator is a bold.
You telling me he didn't make that song?
He turned some knobs in the video. I'm telling you that. I saw it. I think he provided a bunch of cocaine. I think he listened to Eddie Murphy vent about how his girl likes to party all the time and said maybe you should write that down.
And so you're saying that whole time he was like, you should write that down for Satan.
I'm not. I feel like Rick James was wild that it wouldn't surprise me. Also, Sammy Davis Jr. worshiped the devil.
Go on. Is there any evidence behind this, or is this?
There's a clip of Eddie Murphy talking about it on Comedians in Cars with Getting Coffee. He said he was.
See, I like how you played this game because you're now saying if I'm going to use Eddie Murphy as evidence, then you're going to use Eddie Murphy as evidence, which then either forces me to refute my own Eddie Murphy evidence or support yours.
Listen, all I'm saying, I play, shoot or shoot. This is like a Juggalo video. This is terrible.
So this video, again, 45 minutes long. This narrator is not the person that is sort of leading the charge. This dude, Yahoo Israel, is the main, Watchman Yahoo Israel is the main dude pushing the charge. And then that lady he won't ever introduce. But throughout the video, he goes into like this long thing about how he used to fuck with Earth, Wind, and Fire. He supported them. And it wasn't until he really started digging deep into their messaging that he realized that they were of the devil, that they were out here spreading Satan's word.
Okay, I need a clip of like a synopsis or something.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see it. My favorite part of this, before we press play on it, that's the lady he won't introduce. My favorite part of this clip is the point in which after he starts to really feel like he's digging into a point, he just starts yelling stuff like emphatically at the camera, and you're going to see a moment of him losing his mind at this information.
In 1974, Sun Goddess rose to 5, 20, and 44 on the U.S. disco, R&B, and Hot 100 singles charts respectively. It was Lewis's biggest hit since The In Crowd. Earth, Wind & Fire also recorded a live version of the song for their Gratitude LP in 1975.
Here we go.
Sun goddess, sun worship. This is exactly what they were pushing in their music, sun worship. The worship of the sun, which is one of the oldest sins in the scriptures. Because the scriptures tell you that even Judah at one time had prayed to the sun. Sun worship.
Sun goddess.
Sun
Goddess.
Yeah. His sugars are up.
He's
Somebody
furious.
he needs
Imagine
some
getting
insulin.
that mad at Earth, Wind, and Fire, where you're listening to their lyrics. And first of all he's suggesting is that they're saying worship the sun god instead of Jesus Christ. Like, that's what he claims is the devil worshiping inside of this.
So this is all just hardcore Christianity? That's his whole thing?
Well, he's saying like they're asking us to go towards false idols, and subsequently in doing that, that's like basically Satan's biggest, coolest trick is getting us to worship someone that isn't Jesus Christ.
I don't know what to make of this. I love his passion. Can I say that? Like, I appreciate. He's sick, man.
I want to believe he does this for every single Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Or he's just sitting there like, electric boogaloo. Boogaloo Wonderland.
What? Also, because, and I've always wondered this. All right. Why is it always the music? Why doesn't God have any good musicians on his side then? Don't you wonder that?
Why God doesn't?
I mean, he's got some. But
right, because that's worth noting that this series, it is a series, and the other episodes circle around Prince and Parliament Funkadelic. So he ain't fucking, like you said, he ain't fucking with God ain't got no good artists on his side.
That's what I mean, he's got like the Winanses, right?
Right.
What's Whitney Houston's mom, Sissy Houston?
Uh-huh.
I feel like Ray Charles was on his side.
Ray Charles did heroin. He's not.
You can do heroin and love God.
I don't know. I think Charles. Here's what I'll say. I think Ray Charles loved heroin more
than God.
Yeah, I
at
think
the
so.
end. Not at the end.
Yeah,
that's
through most of his life.
Why? Damn. What? Here's what's crazy to me. By the way, I say. You know, I don't think all music is from God because I like to fuck her in the ass while he beat up the pussy. And you're like, well, that could be anything. But heroin, that's the line? You can fill double holes at once and be a child of God, but you can't shoot up a little bit of heroin?
I don't think that was my argument, and I'd roll back the tape if I knew how to do that. My argument wasn't that they are children of God. I wasn't sitting there being like, you know who's a child of God? Juvie. Juvie is a child of God. That wasn't my point. My point was only that he was sharing holes with his friends, not to serve at Satan's footsteps.
Okay, but shooting up isn't serving at Satan's. I feel it's the same activity.
Okay, well, I think that's a fair point that I'm willing to concede on.
All
that
right,
maybe I'm being a little generous when I differentiate between heroin and a tag team with your closest buddies.
Or just some guy you met. It doesn't, I don't know.
All right, fair enough. I thought in the song he was implying he's going to do it with BG, and they have more than just a passing friendship.
Right. Man, could you imagine walking in on that?
Just two of the most talented, hideous men sharing one lady.
Oh man, where did she go after that? You got to go and like, what do you do right after you got tag teamed by Juvie and BG?
Oh, I hope somewhere. I hope somewhere special. I hope like a good movie.
No, I bet you went. I hope it's like Golden Corral to like just decompress. Like sit down, get you some chocolate milk, and really think about what's been going on.
Like what got me here?
Yeah.
How did I end up this way?
Oh man.
So the documentary is another. You've only seen a couple minutes of it, but it's 45 minutes long. They mostly, even the Facebook comments are mostly people calling them stupid and weird for spending this much time on it. And obviously these claims of devil worshiping are not limited to just Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Like there are so many other groups and people. You already pointed to like the Hot Boys, fucking John Lennon, the Beatles, God damn it. Hotel California, when I was looking this shit up, apparently is a song that is meant to have Satan lyrics when you play it backwards. That if you do that back thing that white people got really excited about in the 70s, 60s, 70s.
They believe in that. They do believe in backwards records. Somebody in the gates of hell.
It's called backmasking, apparently. That's the technical term for it.
I use that term for something completely different.
You of the devil, my man. And I'm proud of you. People don't say that often enough. They don't go, you of the devil. And good for you.
It felt good. It felt good. Here's my question. I want, because this is such a major claim. Is there any major proof? Like, did you find anything in all of your research where you were like, well, that seems like actually a good point. They could be for the devil.
I will say that there are people that they bring up where it's like, don't be silly. Like the whole hotel, the Eagles are hiding. They claim they're hiding. Yes, Satan organized his own religion, or Satan, he hears this, he had me believe in him in their music. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up. No, they didn't.
Seems like too much work. I mean, and it's also like, you don't have to hide it. You could say it. Like, they said, I like to fuck her in the ass while he beat up they just said it. The market is wide open. You could just be saying this shit.
Sure. Yeah, you don't have to hide it in a fucking turntable somewhere.
Because what kind of a fucking loser is listening to that song backwards anyways?
Yeah, fucking dweebs.
Yeah.
Like, what girl did you invite over that wants you to play it backwards?
Yeah. You know how I get laid? I play fucking rock music backwards.
And then we get scared a little bit.
Yeah, that's a panty dropper every time.
So obviously stuff like that feels very like, you shut up. This isn't a thing. But then there's other examples where it's like, there's a song from Slayer, if you're familiar at all with Slayer, called Hell Waits or Hell Awaits. And it's like, well, yeah, they hid messages in that shit.
What's the message? Buy another Slayer album?
But no, I think they're feeding into the character. Do you know what I mean? Like they're doing fucking, the character is literally you eating devil pussy and shit on your album covers.
I think that's only for angels. This whole shit is crazy to me too, because like, what's the allure of worshiping the devil?
I think that he'll bring your greatest desires to come true. I'm basing this all off the movie Devil's Advocate. You seen that?
Oh, with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, and Al Pacino being his dad for some reason.
Is that? But isn't that what God's supposed to do too?
I guess, but God's is like a slower drip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
God is microdosing your greatest dreams. What the devil's offering is a big hit.
Oh, because the devil will give you like a one shot, like, oh, I'll give you a hit single. God will give you like a family that loves you.
Yeah, exactly. And the inspiration to write the single should you so choose.
Right. So then I don't understand you. So you just pick the devil because you're lazy?
It seems that way, or at least you really are mad at God about something else. You know what I mean? Like if God took my foot, I probably would start to at least consider what the devil's got to say.
That's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, that's about where I
Damn.
would start.
You're an easy flip. No wonder why you didn't last long.
Your boy loves the jog, you know? Don't take that foot from me.
I understand. Wait, do you believe in God, though?
I think I believe that we didn't just create ourselves. I don't think that this is, and
Yeah, even
obviously,
scientists believe that. What are you talking about?
well, sure. As I said it, it didn't feel like the smartest thing I had said all day, but you really zeroed in on it. And I respect that choice.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for a weakness. You know what I mean?
I guess what I'm saying is I believe that we didn't just like walk out of some ooze
Right.
as like these fully formed whatever. That said, I do think that ooze or whatever created it or what formed humanity, because I do believe the ooze part of it, right? It's just that I don't believe that was like completely independent of a greater being imagining whatever. I don't know that being takes any form that we've ever like presented it as. Do you want to
I guess my question is, do you believe that there is a supreme being, one who lords over good and one who lords over evil?
I don't necessarily know that I believe in the binary good and evil well enough to know that they're lording over it in that way.
That's the most serial killer answer you could have had.
Fuck. Okay. There's good guys and there's bad guys. A clear line. No one's ever done anything on the other side of the line that doesn't match their personality.
Okay, I mean, this isn't helping.
Do you believe in God? Are you a God man?
Yeah, I believe in intelligent design somewhat. I don't think that we got it right. Like, I don't believe a lot of Bible shit. I don't believe that there was a flood.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think a bunch of motherfuckers were good storytellers and we're real bought in on the stories, but I don't think humans figured it out.
There's not even that many of the stories. It's like if you look at Christianity and then you look at like Zoroastrianism, pretty similar, completely different time periods. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't believe in that, but yeah, there could be something up there. I don't believe in the devil,
with
though.
A shrug and then checks for his phone. I love
because now I'm worried that like something's gonna happen.
God's just sending you a message like, "Hey, bro, you fucked up, man."
Yeah, that's it.
You asked to fight Satan early, and I was like, "Yo, okay, I fuck with this dude," but then you denounced me. No,
I worry that if there is a real God, he's gonna send me back to work at the car wash. That's like my big fear in life for anything.
Fuck. I mean, it's a fair fear.
Bro, they got you in there. You got to wash rims with a toothbrush. It's like terrible.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it felt like slavery.
You were at a very specific car wash, though, right?
It was an auto spa.
Okay. Yeah, you were. They were trying to class up the car wash experience.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten my car washed a fair amount, and I've never seen a motherfucker with a toothbrush go to any of my nooks or crannies.
I'm sorry. That makes me sorry for you.
And that's why I don't believe in God, because there's no toothbrushes in my nooks or my crannies.
Fact, cranny free, toothbrush free cranny. No Jesus. I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more David Gborie and more My Mama Told Me.
Oh, I found this clip too.
What's the clip?
Of Eddie Murphy talking about Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, play that shit.
The devil.
Sammy told me he worshiped the devil. We were in Dan Tana's on that restaurant with all the pictures up. And Sammy was like, you know, Satan is as powerful as God. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He says, why do you think there's so much anger in the world and killing and murder and Satan? And he saw my reaction to it, and he kind of lightened up on it. And he was like, the Dan Tana's is dark, and it's the candles on the table, and Sammy's face over the candle. You know, Satan is as powerful as God.
So, I mean, If that's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
facts,
if
I
Eddie
don't know.
said it, why would he lie about that?
That's too specific. That's too specific, right?
Yeah, no, Satan is as powerful as God. And then he didn't have a friend in it, and he was like, huh? What? No,
Yeah.
I'm playing.
No, I was just kidding. You could get a steak?
Yeah. So you gonna get back into stand-up, or what you gonna do?
Yeah. But if somebody as powerful as Sammy Davis Jr., because he was powerful, right?
He was pretty powerful. Yeah.
So that makes me think, and it's like he was pretty powerful, and that's not like a well-known thing. So it makes me think, is there like a crew of people who worship the devil behind the scenes? Probably. And that goes back to, if there was ever an industry that I've observed, which basically it's just two, car wash and entertainment, if there was ever a place where something like that could thrive behind closed doors, I do think entertainment would be a place where that could happen.
Right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
of how many things we naturally do that are sort of like hidden in secrecy and illusion.
And things like Scientology and things like that. Like there is like levels of that type, or like when Kabbalah swept through Hollywood, like the entertainment industry is prone to having things like that affected, I feel like.
That makes sense. I guess my question for you is, do you then, because you're saying like you believe in intelligent design, you don't think that it's necessarily taking the form that we're presenting it. We're similar in that way. Do you then still believe in the devil? Are you like, yo,
No.
but the devil's real as fuck?
No, because it's like, you know, you got to have white to have black or whatever.
Mhm.
So no, I don't. I guess because I also have a very strong feeling that it's like dangerous to make your own God. Like
Mhm.
completely. I think that kind of fucks people up a lot of times. But I do think that like, if there is a higher power, I see it as being more kind of ambivalent to the left or the right. Like, I don't see it being as supreme. I don't see whatever the designer is as being supreme good, so that there's no reason for supreme evil.
Yes, I feel similarly, and it does feel crazy. I guess, and this is where the question goes, is why, if our theory, if what you're presenting potentially is true, that like this is much more of like a neutral God who isn't choosing between good and bad, but merely just showing humanity as it is, reflecting back at itself, right?
Right.
If that is possible, then why the devil for all these individuals? What is the devil in fact meant to do for them if they're investing?
I don't know. I mean, I think the devil, to me, it seems like the devil is supposed to symbolize, like you were saying before, like a quick fix. It's supposed to be like the antithesis of like hard work and earning it. So I feel like on a moral level, it's more like, even if you're not saying, even like the devil is just like a stand-in for like loose morals and ethics. You know what I mean?
Oh, so the devil is more like a concise mission statement relating
Right.
to much more fucked up shit.
Right. And I think it more stands for like the idea of not having discipline in your life or whatever. You know what I mean?
I got you. It's like, yeah, I share holes with my boys and I don't wake up at a reasonable hour. I worship the devil.
Exactly. I'm not waking every day up every day with a purpose. I'm not dedicated to anything. You know what I mean? I don't work hard. I think that's all the devil.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, one of the things that always surprises me with the music, specifically the music being played backwards, is that the devil's never putting like a message in that's really like a fucking crazy message. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always like Satan's real. That's the big message.
Oh, yeah.
That they're slipping into this shit is like, Satan, he's alive. And it's like, cool, man. Like, I'm not learning anything. It's not like Satan believes in you and wants to talk to you about repairing your relationship with your family members. It's
right.
just,
or even like go kill your parents.
Yeah, it's never that active. And so
right. He's very
in that
passive.
way, it feels like, to your point, just dum-dums trying to make a quick fix more than actually them having figured out the exact articulation of like, this is how we get into the minds of the youth and destroy God.
Right. No, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't. If the devil is real, it can't be these passive messages. It's 2022. The kids are internet savvy. Everyone's media trained. You have to have like a pointed direction about your shit. You can't just be out here saying you exist. That's not gonna get it done.
Yeah, it's got to be like Lucifer says, kill the president on Thursday needs to be in the music for me to believe that this is true. Like,
right.
Satanist shit.
Right, like NFTs are mine. Like shit like that. Like he's got to like.
He's just bragging. He's like, I did that.
Shit. Yeah.
I made you buy pictures that you could just have. You dumb bitch. That's me.
You think Satan would say bitch?
Yeah, you think Satan doesn't cuss? He's like real clean.
I think that he's almost so smooth he doesn't have to.
Whoa. That feels like what Will Smith got told before he started rapping. You know what I mean? You know, the best rapper is so smooth, he doesn't have to cuss. And Will was like, hell yeah, dog. Ooh, yeah.
Well, because I always like, and this is something about me. I've always assumed that if the devil were real, I would be very susceptible. Like, and I always think, who would turn me? Like, somebody really smooth. Like, who's that guy? Not Uncle Elroy. Who's that actor? Oh, man, he's got, like, the deep voice.
Ving Rhames.
No. He was the guy with the... He was in... Kirby in Dead Presidents.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, I'm looking him up.
You're not talking about the Allstate guy, are you?
No, I met him once. Didn't feel like the devil.
Oh, are you talking about the dude?
Keith David. Keith David.
Sure.
That's to me who seems like the devil.
Right. And Keith David doesn't seem like he has to cuss. He just kind of.
Yeah, he's just kind of smooth like that.
Yeah, he's just getting.
But also, doesn't he seem like that's what the devil would look like?
Hey, no, Keith David, and I'm a big fan, but he's got an evil fucking face.
No, I'm a huge fan. That's why I like him.
Yeah. He's got a goddamn devil's face if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that guy looks like he could just say some wild, like you would walk into a room and it would be just him and he's got like some brandy and he would just say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Keith David.
And you're lucky if it's Satanism because it might just be him like scatting at you and you're like, this is so much scarier, Keith David.
I wouldn't be alone with Keith David regardless is what I'm saying.
So the last little bit that I'll bring up in all of this, it got me thinking about more contemporary examples, right? Because if we're talking about Slayer, we're talking about John Lennon, Earth, Wind & Fire, all these different groups.
We should be talking about John Legend.
John Legend. And we're talking about not cheating John Legend. Not that early shit where he was constantly cheating on his girls. No. Loving John Legend. Civil rights activist John Legend.
Sexiest man, people's sexiest man alive, John Legend.
Sexiest mouse alive, John Legend.
Yeah, that shit was a sham.
I couldn't believe it. It made me maybe stop believing in anything.
It was who? Who says? I never heard that from him.
No, there was like a short
He's an
window.
R&B singer who's not known for being sexy. That's already maybe the devil's work.
There was like a short window where he had like started working out and got like a haircut. And every girl was like, God damn, John Legend is sexy. But that was like 12 years ago. And he didn't have Chrissy Teigen. He didn't have kids yet. It was truly like a fucking brief blip in our giant universe.
Yeah, I don't even remember sexy John Legend. I always remember assistant principal ass John Legend.
Oh, sweater vest John Legend.
Yeah.
That's when he was cheating on everybody.
I mean, maybe that was sexy. I can't tell. I can't. I just he doesn't seem sexy to me. I don't know what to say.
Look up John Legend sexy. There's pictures of him with cum gutters. He got them cum
looking it
gutters.
up. Yeah, I think Keith David is sexier than John Legend.
I'm not arguing against that.
Okay, that's fair.
I think we're in
he
agreement
does.
on that.
He does got the D'Angelo's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, those are 12 years ago pictures.
Yeah.
This isn't contemporary shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. I don't like this at all.
Got to delete that from your search history.
No, now they know.
So one of the things that got me thinking about is some of the more contemporary examples. And one of the first people that came to mind for me was Travis Scott, right? Travis Scott is somebody who is constantly being sort of like associated, whether intentionally or unintentionally, with like the devil and Satanism and shit.
Right. He also seems like the kind of guy he feels like he would dabble in that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he seems like kind of like not dumb. So what did you find about Travis Scott? Did you find anything?
Well, one of the things that I did find was that there were a lot of people accusing him specifically around the Astro World catastrophe, right? Of this festival where people died because he kept performing, not because it was overcrowded.
Yeah.
And because people were not responsible about making sure that there was like safety protocols put in place. And then he kept performing while these safety protocols sort of had fallen, which people then put on him as his responsibility, whether right or wrong, who knows. Either way, there's like a big TikTok subsect, much like E-Bomb's World, where they are very adamant that like he was doing some demonic shit intentionally that day. That like his stage apparently was shaped like a crooked upside down crucifix, which was meant to be a pathway from Satan, from hell to like earth that he was introducing. He was wearing a shirt apparently that had people walking through a doorway where they like pass through the doorway and then have horns on the other side. And then there was a bunch of, videos, obviously, of him like sort of like staring very sort of dead-eyed at people as they're being ambulanced out or dragged out of the concert while it's happening.
All right, I want to say this very carefully.
Yep. I'm listening. I'm excited.
Here is this. That goes back to this point of then the devil is weak as hell. All that $1 million Crooked Cross stage, tickets bought, and you could only ice like 4 people. That's bad.
Yeah, you're
That's
not hitting.
bad.
That's not good stats, baby.
That's terrible. You're a loser.
Yeah, that's a bad free throw percentage.
I'm saying, like, you did all that to just throw up a couple bricks, like.
Yeah, all right. Satan, if anything, is not effective at his job.
Yeah, that's how I feel. If that's the case.
Okay, I mean, the internet feels differently. They feel like the I think it was 8, if I'm not mistaken, 8 people who died there was enough to prove that Satan was secretly behind all of this.
Nah, you got to hit like 20, 30 to make me even move.
I will say that one of the things that I struggled with inside of this is the Travis Scott of it all, right? Like look, Travis Scott at the core of him, and I get it, he dabbles, he sort of plays, and he feels very weird and strange to the art form he's in, but Travis Scott at its core is still a nigga from Houston, Texas,
Right.
and his real name is Jacquees. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! Really?
Yeah, this man's name is Jacquees. Ain't no country nigga named Jacquees ever read the Satanic Bible. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You can't read the Satanic Bible in line at the turkey leg hut. You have to. It's not possible. They'll kill you. Those big old cornbread church people will beat the fuck out of you.
I don't think you could read it in Houston, to be quite honest.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a chocolate city.
This feels like a stretch to say that. I don't believe that Travis Scott reads, much less is reading up on the best practices for introducing hell gateways.
And as far as him staring dead-eyed, he does that a lot because I've always wondered with Travis Scott where I'm like, I don't know if you're fast or slow.
Wait, have you never seen Travis Scott play basketball?
No.
Oh, no, you never seen it?
Is it good?
Oh, no,
Does he
I
play
won't say
basketball like his name is Jacquees?
He does.
don't
He
even know what that-
absolutely does. I'll look it up real quick and send it to you if you can.
I'm really excited about this. I never even thought about him playing basketball because he went to art school.
Oh, no, Travis Scott plays basketball, baby.
Like a lot?
Hard to know.
Man, I'm so excited.
But he certainly moves with the same confidence he moves with on stage.
I want him to be good. I want him to be good.
You want Travis Scott to be good.
I want him to be like unselfish, like really, really good passing.
Whoa. You're a big Travis Scott fan.
No, don't do that to me.
You like that those kids died.
No. Why does he do that with his arm? What's happening?
He hooping, baby.
That's not what that is.
That's what Travis Scott hooping look like. Oh, this is my favorite part. Oh, that's not the
It went
angle,
in though.
There was an angle that you'll have to see on a different time.
I think he's just unathletic. I think he plays basketball like he went to art school.
Yeah, there's one where you can see from his back, how crazy the release is, and that was the one that I was most joyful in sharing. But here we are.
That's okay. That was okay. That wasn't as bad as it could have been.
No, and he is much worse than what those videos sort of reflected.
I feel like if I was a rap star, first thing I do, I pay that guy lethal shooter. Come to my house, get me right immediately.
Come on, man. I want to be in the All-Star game and people be like, yo, he can hoop. I'm not trying to make the league. I'm not trying to fix whatever, dreams I lost. I just need people to be like, hey, you know who can hoop? Langston can hoop.
You want to be, when compared with other people in your field at basketball, they want to be like, hey, stand-up comedians. It's like Langston Kerman.
Yep.
I feel like Clayton English. I don't know who else can hoop is about. I don't know.
Noah Garden Schwartz, he's pretty good.
Oh, Noah, yeah. He's from Denver.
Yeah, I think Travis Scott to me feels much more like just a dude playing in imagery,
right?
That services the selling of his brand more than an actual devil worshiper.
I could believe that as well. I mean, he's like a hype beast.
Yes, exactly.
He's a hype beast.
And he's then making devil worshiping like palatable for a fucking tween.
Right. He's a sellout. He's a devil sellout.
Yeah, he's truly a devil coon. And that wasn't a term that I thought I would use today.
I love it. I love it so much. That's the best thing. He's a devil.
He's a devil coon. Travis Scott is a devil coon.
Oh, man. Can we please title this episode Devil Coons?
I think it's the only option we have at this point.
Oh, man. My little brother just left. I would have called him a devil coon. As soon as this was over. I'm saying that I'm going to take it to the barbershop.
Your brother is going to be like, yo, what the fuck?
He's not going to know how to take it.
You're being wild.
He's a devil coon. He is a devil. It's perfect. It's too good. Do you think Sammy Davis Jr. was a devil coon or was he like a devil?
I think based off of what we now know from this one conversation with Jerry Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy, then yeah, Sammy Davis was a devil coon.
All right, before this episode ends, can we just list 4 known devil coons?
Well, Sammy Davis was a one-eyed devil coon, which feels like
the worst kind.
That's the worst version of it.
The only kind that's worse is a Kentucky devil coon.
Oh, yeah, Kentucky devil coon sounds bad.
Yeah. Okay, so Sammy Davis Jr., known devil coon.
Travis Scott, suspected devil coon.
Suspected devil coon.
I would go so far as to say Terry Crews is a devil coon?
Terry Crews is a hot. If anybody was ever a devil coon, if there was ever one,
I think Terry Crews is definitely pulling in devil coon. Like he feels like he's definitely playing a different version of Satanism than Travis Scott and Sammy Davis, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's the one who's really believing it.
Yeah. Like and
that's why he's trying so hard to be so soft, like to be seen. Oh, I'm addicted to porn. It's because you're devil cooning.
Yeah, he feels like sort of the Tom Cruise of his field as far as Satanism is concerned.
Right.
Where it's like you're so good at it, we don't even want you to hide it.
Yeah, we want you to be out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he might be King Devil Coon.
I think he's King Devil Coon for sure.
Okay. And then who's the last one? Maybe Brian Pumper?
Okay, I can see that.
Seems just like he could be a...
You gotta fucking diversify your bonds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them do a different thing.
It's all different.
If Satan needed 4 horsemen of his version of the apocalypse, you want glass-eyed Sammy Davis, you want silly jump shot Travis Scott, you want buff-ass Terry Crews, and then you want butt-naked Brian Pumper with a long-ass dick next to a horse's long-ass dick. This makes perfect sense to me.
Oh, man. The 4 devil coons of the apocalypse.
What a combination.
Oh, man. It's the perfect axis of evil.
They're hitting every spot.
All the bad.
There is not a black person who subscribes to this podcast or frankly any other podcast that has not at some point invested in one of those 4 people.
Yeah, to their detriment. Because we all did it. We saw white chicks. We thought Terry Crews is harmless.
Yeah, we were like, he gets it. He gets what this joke is. He's on our side.
No, but never.
Nah, he meant every word.
And we've also, who hasn't invested some time in Brian Pumper?
Come on, dog.
Come on. And then you hear him rap. And then you're like, oh no. You hear that song King Dingaling he made. You ever hear that song?
No.
You never heard King Dingaling by Brian Pumper?
No.
All right, this is the last video for today. I swear to God.
No, I haven't.
I'm sorry. I thought you were cool. You're going to love this. Oh, man. If there was ever a video that screamed Devil Coon.
Devil Coon.
Can't wait for Devil Coon merch to start dropping on the internet.
We get Devil Coon t-shirts.
Oh, we can get Devil Coon t-shirts.
I'll 100% wear a Devil Coon t-shirt without any other context attached to it.
I'm surprised that you're not right now.
It would mean the world to me if that was the product that we started pushing on this show.
Is that the first time you've ever said that?
Yeah, I've never called anybody a Devil Coon before.
Damn, this is a good day. All right, this is the last, but this you're gonna watch this and you're gonna be like, oh, this is Devil Coonery at its finest.
Right. Oh, I'm excited.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so glad I get to show you this. You should read that though. It's important.
When you have a dream and a passion, keep going, and major investor will recognize pumping. Oh no. Pumper Peace and Love album coming soon. Okay. King Dingaling.
That's a King Dingaling dance.
He had to turn it down. He needs to know. You need to know. Whoa. My favorite part is that he did it all with the same cadence as the boys from the Super Bowl Shuffle. It's like maybe the worst rap I've ever heard anybody rap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Devil Coonin at his finest.
Yeah, that's Devil Coonin because he's selling us back as like these animals for just swinging dicks and fucking each other's girls and shit.
He said, I have nothing else to offer.
Yeah, he's like, I shouldn't exist except for this goddamn ding-a-ling.
And this crazy dance. He thought that was going to catch on.
He was like, hold on, pause the music. Y'all need to hear this first.
He also
That's
thought,
the King Ding-a-ling dance.
He also thought you didn't know that's what he was doing. You thought he was doing something else.
He's like, don't you dare confuse that with the foxtrot. That's the King Ding-a-ling dance right there.
Oh, you thought this was the twist?
You sicko. That's the King Ding-a-ling dance.
I think King Ding-a-ling should be the official dance of the Devil Coon.
That's great. So there are 4 horsemen all lined up on a hill. Their backs, they're in shadow. They've got these hoods on. And as they descend the hill, they're doing the King Ding-a-ling dance. Are they on top of their horses, or is this just...
I think they can stand on horses, yeah.
Oh, they stand on their horses while
I
they
think
do
they're
the King
standing on the
Ding-a-ling.
horses, like, and they're doing it. They're doing the dance.
Wow. Oh, this is scary shit.
This is fucked up.
If
I worry that it's like a Bloody Mary thing where if you do the King Ding-a-ling 3 times alone in the mirror, Brian Pumper comes out and fucks your girl. It's like some Candyman shit.
you just hear your girl scream out because Brian Pupper's up in there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Well, Gborie, I think we did it. I think
so.
I think we covered everything we needed to cover in this episode. Please tell the people where they can find you, what cool shit you have going on.
Just Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. I'm doing a show at the Elysian in Los Angeles, September 15th. You can find the link to tickets on my Instagram. Come see Langston Kerman at FadedComedyDenver.com. Faded Denver, best black and brown comics in the country. We bring them to Denver just for you. Langston's going to be headlining September 16th. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's all. And everything else, just don't do the King Ding-a-ling alone in the mirror.
Don't do it. Don't you do it 3 times, because God, that's it for you.
Unless you don't love your girl.
Are you that big of a
guy.
Brian Pumper fan where you're willing to risk losing your girl for this?
You don't want that.
Come on. So go to David's site, go to all his shows. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I'm at Faded September 16th, September 8th through the 11th, I believe I'll be in Sandman Comedy Club in Richmond, Virginia. And then I got some other shit coming up in LA that I would love for people to show up to. Specifically, I believe 9/22. I'm going to be at the, I'm saying it in weird ways. September 22nd, I'm going to be at the Lyric Hyperion doing an hour that I would love for folks to show up to, telling my little jokes. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
All right. Well, if you want to send us your drops, your own conspiracy theories, you can send those to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And if you want to see video in all of the things that we watched today, those videos will be in the episode notes of this episode. So you can watch all our bullshit. And otherwise, that's it. Bye, bitch.